So I thought for today's video about balance sensitivity, I would do some self-filming out here in this beautiful morning that's a little bit stormy. If you look around here, it's a little bit crazy out here, but it's a wonderful day to be traveling. And it brought up the topic of balance sensitivity to me, and the reason for that is that balance sensitivity is about knowing the difference between the feeling and reality, and that's a kind of a tough one because some people say, well, how you're feeling about things are the reality. And I can agree with that too, but the thing about balance sensitivity is being able to separate them and see them. And so with balance sensitivity, you would be able to see, okay, let's say for example, you have plans to go out with friends and they cancel, right? Your feelings are hurt. Right away, you might want to blame them and say they're bad friends, they don't care about me, what's wrong with them, immediately go to judgment, okay? Which is an understandable and easy thing to do. So what we want to do instead is go, okay, well, what are my feelings right now? Like, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling sad, and then I want to say, okay, but what's the reality? Okay, the reality is I'm not going to this thing. The reality is my friend couldn't go. The reality is that they had this reason. And then from there we can see, okay, the reality isn't my emotion. The reality is nothing's broken, nothing's permanent. There's going to be another time. If not, everything is always perfect. There's always another opportunity. We get so caught in the idea of permanence that whatever happens right now is just what it's going to be, and we don't think that there's necessarily going to be another chance or another alternative. So we think that things are just the way that they are. And the issue with this is that we don't give ourselves a chance to see the balance sensitivity. We become impulsive, we become afraid, we make choices we don't really want to make. And balance sensitivity also helps us get along with people better. For example, balance sensitivity understands that every event has an actual event, and then it understands that every event also has two sides of the story. And we've all heard this before, but balance sensitivity helps us to describe it because those are the feelings that people are interpreting reality through. And the best analogy I like to give is like coffee and water. So when you have coffee, water, and tea. So you have water, and let's call water the truth of the story, okay? And let's say that it's me and a friend, and I have coffee grounds and they have tea leaves. Well, if you brew through the coffee grounds the water, you're gonna have coffee. If you brew through the tea leaves the water, you're gonna have tea. So you could say that people's opinions, viewpoints, beliefs, because no matter how many similar ones you have different ones. So you could say that this is their tea leaves or coffee and the water is the truth. So the water is the truth, I'm coffee grounds, my friend's tea leaves. I'm like, it's coffee, it's tea, it's coffee, it's tea. You promised, I told you I didn't know. If you're talking about the plans, da-da-da-da-da, and pretty soon you just don't have a friendship. So balance sensitivity is the ability to see the difference between our feelings and the reality of things and not take it too personally, which is why today, okay, how am I feeling? Well, it's a little bit stormy. I'm not completely sure what's going to happen as I have a little bit of an adventure today, and there's some rain coming this way. But the balance sensitivity is those are my feelings of fear. The reality is the drivers know how to drive on a bus. They have safe roads. There's tons of different alternatives. There's different choices. I don't have to go today. Today I could choose not to go. Understanding balance sensitivity. If I think I had to go today, why? Because we're planning to, because of cost? No, there's always a choice. Nothing's permanent. And that's a very important thing about balance sensitivity, because as you separate your emotions and see reality without an emotional charge, you can have a different relationship with it and make a choice more based on what do I really want, what am I feeling, what am I needing, is this who I want to be moving forward? And once you do that, everything is so, so, so sweet. So thank you for joining me on my self-filmed, beautiful, cloudy morning out here. I hope you've enjoyed the scenery and our little puppy friend over here. What's up, guy? All right, we'll see you tomorrow for day 10. Thanks for joining me.